In a world where everyone's vying to be heard, what if the key to success, happiness, and deeper connections was actually silence? Shocking, right? But what if I told you that by simply closing your mouth and opening your ears, you could transform your relationships, skyrocket your career, and unlock a whole new level of personal growth? Today, I'm going to share with you a set of mind-blowing, life-altering tips that will revolutionize the way you interact with others. These aren't just any ordinary communication hacks, they're the closely guarded secrets of master communicators, therapists, and some of the world's most influential leaders. And the best part? You can start implementing them immediately after this video. But here's the kicker, one of these tips is so powerful, so game-changing, that it single-handedly turned my life around in just 30 days. It's the same technique that helped a struggling CEO save his company from bankruptcy and allowed a divorced couple to reconcile after years of silence. Intrigued? Well, you'll have to stick around to find out which tip it is. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. It could be the most important 10 minutes of your life. Have you ever felt like you're talking, but no one's really listening? Or maybe you've been accused of not paying attention when someone's speaking to you. We've all been there, and today, we're going to explore why listening is such a crucial skill. First things first, why is listening so important? Well, good listening skills can improve our relationships, both personal and professional. It helps us understand others better, avoid misunderstandings, and build stronger connections. But here's the thing, most of us think we're good listeners, when in reality, we're not. Let's look at some common mistakes we make when we're supposed to be listening. One major issue is that we often listen to respond, not to understand. We're so eager to share our own thoughts that we don't fully take in what the other person is saying. Another problem is that we let our minds wander, thinking about other things while someone's talking. And let's not forget about interrupting. It's a habit many of us need to break. So, how can we become better listeners? Let's explore some practical tips. Tip number 1, give your full attention. This means putting away your phone and other distractions. Make eye contact with the speaker and show that you're engaged. Your body language speaks volumes, so face the person and nod occasionally to show you're following along. Tip number 2, practice active listening. This involves more than just hearing the words, it's about understanding the message. Try to picture what the speaker is saying. If they're describing a situation, imagine it in your mind. This helps you stay focused and absorb the information better. Tip number 3, don't interrupt. It can be tempting to jump in with your own thoughts, but resist the urge. Let the speaker finish their point before you respond. This shows respect and allows you to hear their complete message. Tip number 4, ask clarifying questions. If something isn't clear, don't be afraid to ask for more information. Say something like, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or "What do you mean by?" This shows you're engaged and helps prevent misunderstandings. Tip number 5, paraphrase what you've heard. After the speaker has finished, try summarizing their main points in your own words. This confirms that you've understood correctly and gives them a chance to clarify if needed. You could say, "So, if I'm understanding correctly, you're saying." Tip number 6, empathize and validate feelings. Try to put yourself in the speaker's shoes and understand their perspective. Acknowledge their emotions, even if you don't agree with their point of view. You might say, "I can see why you'd feel that way," or "That must have been difficult for you." Tip number 7, be patient. Some people take longer to express their thoughts, and that's okay. Don't rush them or try to finish their sentences. Give them the time and space to communicate at their own pace. Tip number 8, listen without judgment. It's natural to form opinions, but try to keep an open mind. Focus on understanding the speaker's perspective rather than immediately evaluating it. This creates a safe space for open and honest communication. Tip number 9. Pay attention to nonverbal cues. Words are just part of the message. Notice the speaker's tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. These can give you valuable insights into their feelings and the true meaning behind their words. Tip number 10. Practice, practice, practice. Like any skill, listening improves with practice. Try to apply these tips in your daily conversations. Start with 1 or 2 and gradually incorporate more as they become habits. Now, let's look at some real-life scenarios where these tips can make a big difference. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who's going through a tough time. Instead of immediately offering advice, try using active listening. Let them express their feelings without interruption. Ask questions to understand their situation better. Validate their emotions by saying something like, "That sounds really challenging." By truly listening, you're providing valuable support and strengthening your friendship. In a work setting, good listening skills can lead to better collaboration and problem solving. During a team meeting, practice giving your full attention to each speaker. Take notes if it helps you stay focused. When it's your turn to speak, paraphrase key points to ensure you've understood correctly. This approach can lead to more productive discussions and fewer misunderstandings. Remember, becoming a better listener is a journey, not a destination. There will be times when you slip back into old habits, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep trying and be aware of your listening behavior. So there you have it, folks, 10 life-changing tips to help you become a better listener. By stopping the chatter and truly tuning in, you can transform your relationships and interactions. Remember, good listening is a gift you give to others and yourself. It leads to better understanding, stronger connections, and more meaningful conversations. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these tips do you find most challenging? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep those ears open and hearts ready to listen.